Alright, first things first. If you're watching this video, you're probably a furry. Hello everyone, I'm Solarsaber, and today I'll be helping you figure out if you're a furry or not. I've been asked this question a lot, which is kind of surprising to me. I personally just knew I was a furry when I started thinking, hey, that fursuiting thing? That looks kind of fun. But it's different for everyone. To start off, I want you to think of your favorite Disney movies. Really think about it. If your favorites include Lady and the Tramp, The Lion King, Robin Hood, 101 Dalmatians, Bolt, and of course, Zootopia, then there's a good chance you're a furry. Also, Balto isn't a Disney movie, but if that's one of your favorites, you might as well just join the fandom right now. Basically, if the shows and movies you enjoyed a lot focus mainly on animals, you might be a furry. I know I was obsessed with The Lion King when I first saw it, and went through a short phase where I was obsessed with Balto. I literally only realized that the plot of The Lady and the Tramp was kind of boring and slow because I watched it so much in the past thinking it was a god-tier movie. Also, don't get me started on how many times I watched Catwoman thinking it was the best movie in the goddamn world. I realized my mistakes. Next, you might want to evaluate the games you like to play. The games I know that created a lot of furries were Wolf Quest, impressive title, Feral Heart, Lif, Leoden, and The Endless Forest. Also, if you were into Neopets as a kid, heck, if you're still into it now, you could be a furry. When I was younger, I did a lot of Warrior Cat roleplays on Feral Heart, which nudged me toward learning what furries were. There are probably other games that I don't know about that could also apply to this list. Oh, and remember that game House you used to play in elementary school? You know, where someone would be the mom, the dad, the kid, and the pet? If you pretended to be the pet, you're a frickin' furry. Moving on, let's talk about superpowers. If you could have any superpower, what would it be? I personally would like invisibility, but a lot of furries would answer shape-shifting, or the ability to talk to animals. If I could have more than one superpower, shape-shifting would definitely be my second choice. I mean, come on. Doesn't the thought of being able to turn into a giant panther or a soaring eagle seem freaking awesome? I know it does to me. Sometimes people who identify as otherkin can also be furries. I don't know much about otherkin, so I'm not going to go too much into it because I don't want to get it wrong and offend anyone. I do know that some of these people may feel like they have wings or tails that can't grow because of their human bodies. I'm quite sure it's different for all of them though. Now we're going to talk about your interest. Do you think animals with human characteristics are cool? Guess what? That's the literal definition of a furry. That's literally all it is. If you like creating animal-like characters, role-playing them, drawing them, even writing stories about them, then you're probably a furry. I do know some people who like drawing animals, but don't consider themselves a furry though. Ultimately, it's really up to you to determine if you want to be a furry. Everything I mentioned in this video can apply to you, but if you don't want to be a furry, you don't have to call yourself a furry. There's a popular artist, Sunflyer, who you'd probably assume was a furry just by looking at her art. While she does create art for the furry fandom, she herself is not a furry. Why? Because she doesn't want to be. For her, she just enjoys drawing anthro animals for fun, and uses her persona as a way to express herself online. And that's absolutely fine. As I said, if you don't want to be a furry, then don't. When I first learned what a furry was, I wanted nothing to do with them actually. I was misinformed on what went on in the fandom, and I'm sure a lot of people still are these days. If you're on the fence of joining the furry fandom, I'd just like you to know that it's a very welcoming and accepting place where people really support each other. I hope this video helped you figure out if you're a furry or not. I had a lot of fun making it. Do you think you're a furry? Comment below. And remember, shine bright!